weeks ago, I made a video on IGV and highlighted that it has a potential for 25% upside. The now Wall Street is finally waking up to the fact that software companies are amongst the biggest beneficiary of this AI boom, and it's not a victim. So, and look at this IGB move; it has really moved quite high, and I think I will not be surprised if it reached the all-time high very soon. But you can watch my last video on IGV and also a few swing position I gave on Microsoft, PANW, APP, and all were bangers. So do watch and let's focus on this week trading idea. This week I have one of the ticker called AVGO. It's a semiconductor stock. And let's do some technical analysis and see if we have any trading opportunity or not. So currently I am on weekly time frame. If we see on a weekly time frame, we have a up move. This was the up move, followed by this consolidation is happening. This consolidation lasted for 28 days, so around 1 month it has consolidated between this high and this low. And now on a weekly time frame, we can see that we have a clean break outside of this range, and basically it's breaking all-time high level. And now let's switch to the daily time frame. As you can see, it's a similar story that we have a up move. It's like a bull flag it has formed, and on Friday we had a really clean break of this range. So I would like to go long in this case. Maybe on Monday I will plan a long around 440 level. So this is my level, and I would like to keep a stop loss around 423. And for the target, I think it's safe that at least I'm targeting $500 level, which is a psychological number. And risk to reward wise, if we see, I'll be planned for 1:5. So it could be a really good opportunity. I have a tight invalidation. If price goes below the Friday low, then I think the range will continue, and I don't want to hold on to the losses. But if we get a follow through on Monday or next week, it would be really nice. So this is one of the trading idea for AVGO. Let's look at the another ticker called SMCI. SMCI is also trending since last couple of days. So on a weekly time frame, what do we see? This was this was a huge uptrend followed by deeper pullback, and from this $12, we have a consolidation. So this is a consolidation range high. This is a consolidation range low. So price is consolidating between $65 and $16, which is a quite good range, to be honest. And if I draw the midpoint of this range, so let me draw the midpoint of the range, and midpoint of the range is this one. So this is a midpoint of the range. Price yesterday, if you see yesterday or last week we had a clean breakout above the 50% of the range. Price is likely going towards the high point of this range, so which is a $66. So this is analysis on a weekly time frame. Let's switch towards the daily time frame. So on a daily time frame, what do we see here? We have a good support level here. This was acted as a support couple of times, which is a 50% of the range, and it has broke out of this range. So if we can see, previously it was acted as a support zone, then it broke down towards the downside. We rotate towards the lower point of the range, and then after the breakout, the price is around the $48. So I would like to wait for the retest of this zone, which is a $40. I already have a buy, one buy around $36. But if we get a pullback towards this support region, which is a $40 range, 40 to $38, then I want to target this zone, which is a high point of this range. So next trade idea is buying at the $40 keeping a small stop loss around maybe $37. I would like to keep a stop loss, and I want to target this high point, which is a $64. So risk to reward wise, if we see, it's 1:7 risk to reward. So this kind of trade I can take anytime. I don't mind in losing in case price goes below $37, then I would like to book a loss. Another ticker is Shopify. It's been trending last week, so I would like to cover the Shopify. Let me switch towards the weekly time frame. And a weekly time frame, what do we see here? On a weekly time frame, if you see, we have a uptrend followed by this was really the good downtrend. It lasted around 200 days. And if we break down this chart into multiple region, so this was a support region, this was the resistance. So price were ranging between support and resistance, or this is called as a consolidation zone, and price were lasted in the consolidation around the 90 days. And after that, finally we had a breakdown of this support zone. But what we observe here, after the breakdown of the support, instead of rejecting around this level, around 110, price reclaim back this support zone. If price had to go down, it would have been rejected here, and price should have rotated towards downside, which is a 66 dollars. But price decided to reclaim back this level, right? So now context has changed completely. My bias has changed because price is telling me that this support has reclaimed, and any retest around this level, around 110, price is likely going towards the high point of this consolidation. So this is on a weekly time frame. Now let's switch towards the daily time frame. So daily time frame, we have a same picture that price were consolidating here, and price, instead of rejecting here, it has made a move. So I would like to keep a pending order here around 110. In case we get a retest of 110, then I would like to go long, keeping a small stop loss, maybe $4 stop loss you can keep, and I want to target $134. So risk to reward wise, it's 1:4 risk to reward, and it's a really good opportunity at 110. If I have no idea about FSLR, it's a first solar ticker, but it has broke down the range, so I want to see where are the opportunities. So let me switch towards the weekly time frame. So on a weekly time frame, we can see this was the all-time high level, which has formed in June 2024, and price has retest another time. So this was the second time price retest this level, which happened in December 2025, and now price finally had a breakout above this zone, which is a 280. And if you see last week candle, it has closed above this resistance zone, and so it's considered as a bullish, and as it's breaking the all-time high, so it's kind of momentum trade. And in case we get a pullback towards this zone, which is a $280, then I want to go long for the target. For the target, we can use a fib retracement, and for the target, I always like to keep a TP at 161.8, and next target is 261.8. But buying around 284, I want to keep a stop loss around 270. You can keep a stop loss, and for the target, you can go for 161.8, which is a 424 level. So risk to reward wise, it's like 1:9 risk to reward. Another ticker I'm watching is Hood, is a Robinhood ticker, and uh, let's switch towards the weekly time frame, and let's build a context now on a Robinhood. If we see on a Robinhood, we have a huge up move, followed by this was the retracement it has formed. So basically, this is kind of higher low situation. We have formed a higher low here, and price were consolidating since couple of weeks. So this was the consolidation low, and this is the consolidation high. So more or less this is the consolidation high, and this consolidation is lasted around 90 days, and after forming this low, price unable to go lower low, instead of price has formed a higher low. So this is a higher low, and if we observe the last week candle, uh, it's close quite bullish. So if you see these two candles, so this is a one of the candle and this is a second candle. Looks like bulls are in town, and finally they wanted higher prices now, uh, as per the candlestick. And if we see, we already have a breakout of $90, 90 to $94. So I wanted to buy it here, keeping a stop loss below $86, and I wanted to see whether price can reach towards this region. So this is the region I want to target. So my next idea is buying around $90. Small stop loss as always, around $84 you can keep a stop loss, and target is $135. Microsoft, I think I already covered the Microsoft, and I gave a buy around above this level. So above 430, I gave a buy, and my target is $490. So this is my plan, buying around 430, and I wanted to keep a stop loss around 420, and then targeting a $490. It's been bullish since couple of days. So let's build a context on Oracle now. So as you can see on a weekly time frame, this was a up rally followed by a huge retracement. I would say this is a huge retracement, and after the retracement, price were consolidating here between between 132 and $162. It was consolidation lasted around 70 days, and we had a breakout retest and it's going up. So this is a perfect buy opportunity around $162 for the target of $220. But now if you see, this was the resistance zone. So this was the resistance zone, and price has already broke out of this resistance zone. So there are couple of idea I can see in case next week uh, if we have a sustain above the $220, then I wanted to go long. Last Friday candlestick it was quite bullish. So in case we get a follow through towards the upside above the previous day high, then could be a good long for the target of $320. In such a trade, I would like to keep a little higher stop loss around $195. 195 I want to keep a stop loss, and I want to target 322 level. But in case Oracle decide to retrace a bit, uh, so around this level, I think it could be a really good opportunity. So around $200, if we get a $200 retest, so this was the resistance previously. In case we get a retest around 200, then I wanted to keep a really small stop loss, which is around 194. So it's like 1 is to 13 risk to reward, but I think it will play out really well. It has broken the structure now. It started giving a higher high, higher low sequence. So I wanted to jump in a trade for the higher target. You like the video, do like and subscribe, and let me know what are your thoughts for the swing. Thanks everyone.